Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7 and in this video I'll be doing my Premier League review for the 2022-2023 season. This is the final part 4. So in this video I'll be going from 5th to 1st, so let's jump right into it. In 5th place, Liverpool. Up until April, I believe, their season could have been described as disappointing. The heights that they were able to achieve, I think in 2 seasons in particular, where I think it was they were within like 2 points of Manchester City. They were able to run them all the way to the end of the season, and then I think the following season after that they were able to win the Premier League title. Amazingly well done by Liverpool, considering the budget restraints that they have transfer-wise. Jurgen Klopp has done an amazing job buying players who wouldn't be getting like the £100 million mark, like with what Man City and Chelsea and Man United would do on a regular basis, but then Arsenal have gone into that as well in recent times. To be able to get the players that they've had and elevate them to where they've gotten is really, really impressive. Salah, prime example. But Alexander-Arnold, I think, is a very, very good player. Going forward, he's among the best. You could consider him a wing-back, to be honest. He's among the best players. The way he passes the ball, or more to the point, crosses the ball, is so pinpoint accurate. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's brilliant to watch him do what he does best, which is getting the ball to his teammates. The downside to him, though, is defense. To the point where I wouldn't be surprised if Premier League opponents are actually targeting Alexander-Arnold, because there was so many occasions during their season where Alexander-Arnold has allowed goals to go in where the person he's supposed to be marking is directly behind him at the back post, or they sneak him in front of him and they're able to get a goal. And so that's something that he definitely needs to work on. I think there was talk about him playing in the midfield, which I think would actually help him quite a bit. He doesn't have the strength necessary to deal with people in the midfield necessarily, but he definitely has the passing ability, absolutely. So he could be, I guess, a playmaker, really. He's definitely got the speed. I think his dribbling is pretty good, but obviously defensively he's a liability, so that's definitely something that they need to figure out with Alexander-Arnold. Virgil van Dijk, without question, over the past 4 or 5 seasons since he moved to Liverpool, he's been one of the best centre-backs in the world. Easy. I think the end of the season prior to last season, I think he got an injury, and then I think that really set him back for last season because he was nowhere near the Virgil van Dijk that we knew previously. So that's another thing that has let Liverpool down. In addition to that, they're struggling midfield. Now, Liverpool haven't been known for their creative midfield. It's always been, their midfield's been like the stamina engine of the midfield, of their team, where they can run around, they can press, they can irritate their opponents. And one of the main things about Liverpool was, particularly when they were challenging Man City on a regular basis, for those 2 seasons in particular, where they would have a high line with their defense. Their midfield would press onto their opposition's defense, on the opposition's midfield, and then their forwards would press onto their opposition's defense. And they were able to do it in such a way with so much energy, so much ferocity, that they were able to win the ball back early on in their opponent's play, get the ball, and immediately counterattack. That alleviated the stress on their defense. Last season, that energy disappeared, that pressing disappeared. They were able to do it in spurts, but not as frequently as they did previously. And that obviously put even more pressure on the defense, and then their defensive liabilities showed up. Case in point with Alexander-Arnold, not very good on defense, but then also Virgil van Dijk not being as good as what it was previously. But there's no denying that their offense is where the key lies for them. Salah, Diaz, Firmino, Jota. I'm probably forgetting someone. Darwin Núñez as well. Their offense, nothing to worry about really. Salah didn't perform as great as he has done, but he's still Mohamed Salah. He's still a very, very good player. And so for me, I think this season, this upcoming season, I think they'll definitely improve. I don't think they'll be as poor as they were last season, particularly up until April. I think after April they were on like an 11-game unbeaten run, so that obviously helped them get into 5th place. So they definitely have potential, but it's all about making sure that they can be consistent, and I think they definitely can be with the amazing manager that they have in Jurgen Klopp, who for me is definitely in the top 5 of best managers in the world right now. Easy. He's up there with Pep Guardiola, no doubt about that. But yeah, we shall see how things go. 5th place was Liverpool. 4th place was Newcastle. They recently got taken over by the Saudis, so they got an influx of money. That's definitely something that I wouldn't say they took advantage of necessarily, because unlike Chelsea, where they just spent loads and loads of money, they're really precise in what they were doing. They didn't go out and spend tons of money. They really tried to focus down on what they needed in particular. Case in point, Alexander Isak, I think his name is, their striker. Oh my god, there was a play I saw against Everton. I think it was disallowed. The way he messed up the Everton players was absolutely insane. Someone as tall as him to have such good footwork, such good ball control, extremely impressive. Extremely impressive. Also, 6-1 they were able to beat Tottenham. I think it was at home at St James's Park they were able to do it. Hey, I loved that. I enjoyed that. Arsenal weren't doing it, but hey, I enjoyed that so much. I think it was like 4-0 within the first like 20 or something minutes. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But Almiron, I thought, played well for some of the season, not all of it, but some of the season. Kieran Trippier played very well. There was a lot of talk about him when he went to Newcastle, that they were wasting their money, that he was not going to be able to perform in the Premier League. He definitely did. Definitely did. They did right by actually buying him. Dan Burns, I think he played on I think it was either left or right back. Dan Burns played quite well. So it definitely shows that Eddie Howe knows what he's doing. They're an organised team. They know their positions, they know their roles, they know their jobs, and so I think Eddie Howe, when he was at Bournemouth, did quite a good job with Bournemouth, and so I think he deserved an opportunity at a big club. And with the way Newcastle are growing, with the resources that they have now, I think Eddie Howe can definitely do something with them. The fact that he's got them into 4th place already, the fact that they're now in the Champions League as well in Europe, is a testament to just how good he's been. And so, for me, let's see how they go for next season. It's definitely something to look out for. They're definitely not going to be an easy team. They're definitely going to be someone who any team will look at on the calendar and think, we are going to have to be on top of our game to beat them. So that is Newcastle. In 3rd place, Manchester United. Now, Manchester United are a interesting case here, because they were able to win I think it was the Carabao Cup, I think. So in Ten Hag's first season, was able to win a trophy. Well done for him. They had 23 wins, 6 draws, 9 losses, 75 points, 58 goals scored, 43 against, 15 goal difference. The last 5 matches was 4 wins and 1 loss. Pretty good record to end off the season. They have 2 good centre backs in Varane and Lautaro Martinez, I think is his first name. Varane gets injured a lot, so that's obviously something to worry about. But aside from that, their 2 centre backs I think are very solid. David De Gea, even though I heard a lot of he was getting a lot of stick from I think it was like Roy Keane and some other former players. He actually got the Golden Glove, which obviously represents that he got the most clean sheets. So he clearly did something right. He's not very good with his feet, which is why they've got Anno now. So it looks like in modern football, keepers playing with their feet and obviously passing the ball out, whether it be short or long passes, is the way to go for most teams now. Manchester City do it, Arsenal obviously do it with Ramsdale. You have Manchester United doing it now with Onana, and obviously Alisson does it with Liverpool. So that's the way they seem to be going. Rashford, very well done for Marcus Rashford. Where they would have been without Marcus Rashford, definitely wouldn't have been in the top 3. Definitely not. They, funny enough, there was, if I remember correctly, at the beginning of last season, there was talk about how Rashford could possibly get sold. Good thing they didn't, because he played very well for them. Harry Maguire. I mean, is there anything for me to say about Harry Maguire? I mean, the amount of mistakes he's made over the time he's been at Manchester United, how he was still being picked by Gareth Southgate for England, I have no idea. This made no sense, but hey, England makes no sense sometimes, the football team. Anthony and Sancho. Anthony, non-existent to be honest. Sancho, similar. The fact that they spent so much money on those players and yet they did so little pretty much shows Man United, to be honest, in not just the past few years, but the past decade when it comes to their signings. You can go through a whole list of players that they've signed which haven't really amounted to the amount of money that they've paid for. But ultimately, I think Ten Hag has done a pretty good job improving Manchester United, getting them a trophy. Obviously, it's not the trophy that they want. They want the Premier League, they want the Champions League. But it's a good stepping stone for them to improve. And we'll see how things go. Obviously, they have the takeover that's been looming over their heads for, must be like years, to be honest. But it's only really heated up in the past like few months. Why on earth they haven't sold the club already? The Glazers, no idea. But if they can get away from the Glazers, I think Man United can definitely improve even further after that. So third place, Manchester United. Second place is Arsenal. Now, this is my team. This is the team I support. I am very proud of what Arsenal were able to achieve, where the last 3 seasons we finished 8th, then we finished 5th, and now to finish 2nd shows the progress that Mikel Arteta has made in getting Arsenal where they should be. Xhaka, oh my god, the turnaround from Xhaka was unbelievable to me. He was at rock bottom when he threw down the captain's armband and was goading the Arsenal fans as he was walking off at Emirates Stadium as well. To see the way that he performed, very impressive. Very, very impressive indeed. And I have to hold my hands up and say well done to Xhaka. He's left now, but he left on the high, which is always what you want, particularly with the circumstances that he was involved in. Well done to him for that. Saliba, his first season with Arsenal after he came back from being loaned. I think it was multiple times of being loaned. In fact, not just one season, if I remember correctly. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. No doubt he was one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League last season. Very well done. Him and Gabriel as a partnership, very impressive. To see how well he did was enlightening. I was happy for him. But also then to see him injured for the last couple of matches was really disappointing. And yeah, that definitely was one of the turning points. Not the turning point, but one of the turning points in Arsenal season. I think the turning point in Arsenal season when it comes to challenging for the title, I think was the Liverpool match. 2-0 up against Liverpool at Anfield. You have to bring it home. It's going to be tough, no doubt about it. We had to bring it home and we did not. We let it slip, and obviously that cost us where it was 2-2. And I think that was just a downward trajectory for us in relation to Man City, who picked up momentum and just kept on winning. Leandro Trossard, I think he came in January, if I'm not mistaken. Very well done. Very, very well done. We were going for Mudryk, who obviously went to Chelsea, saved us a ton of money for that. Edu did very well done, where he didn't go over what he priced Mudryk at. So instead, he went for Trossard, and well done for him on that. Trossard did very, very well. He's a very good player. I think he'll help us out in the future. I don't think he's old either. I think he's like 24, 25. So he's still got ways to go. Very versatile, can play pretty much anywhere along the front line. So very, very, very well done in that. Odegaard, I mean, captain, without a doubt. He led our team extremely well. He leads by example. And so for me, he was definitely one of our best players, no doubt about it. And so Mikel Arteta did an amazing job last season. We fell short winning the Premier League title, but if we can improve, if we can keep on showing the improvement that we've seen over the past few seasons, he's definitely going to be going down in history as a very, very good, if not a great manager for Arsenal. Last season, Arsenal spent 191 million last season. So Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Kivior, Vieira, Trossard, and Jorginho, as well as other players, but those were the notable ones. And so all of those signings had value, all of them. And so one of the things I trust is when Mikel Arteta signs someone, he has a plan for them. He doesn't just sign them just for the sake of it. He actually signs someone because he has a plan of what he wants to do with them. And that is something that is very important and very reassuring when it comes to actually signing players. Last thing I'll say on Arsenal, then I'll move over to the champions. And that is, there were 3 players for Arsenal who scored 15 goals. Now that was the highest tally we got for our team. Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. With Jesus, I think he got 11 goals, if I'm not mistaken. And that's pretty impressive. The fact that we were able to spread around 15 goals each to our attacking midfielder and then our right and left wingers. Very impressive. Jesus, I have no doubt if he didn't get injured, he would have got 15 as well, at least 15. One of the issues with Jesus is he's brilliant with his feet. Brilliant, particularly in the box. We see on a number of occasions he can skill up players in the box, put them on the backside, easy. It's putting the ball in the back of the net. That's the key. If he can improve and continually put the ball in the back of the net, I'm not saying he's going to get like Haaland numbers, because that's just impossible. But if he can get, let's say, 20 goals, we can definitely be within a shout. And then the other guys getting 15, maybe 15 plus. Now, the champions. Not only did they win the Premier League title, they won the treble. Only one other team has done that in the Premier League, and that's Manchester United. So well done to them for that. They have the best manager in the world in Pep Guardiola. Amazing. He's been successful everywhere he's been. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Manchester City. Pretty sure when he moves on from Manchester City, when he does, he's going to be successful wherever he goes then. Maybe he goes to the Italian league and conquers that too. Or maybe he goes to the French league. Who knows? Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, is there anything I need to say about Kevin De Bruyne? To me, he's the best creative midfielder in the world right now. Absolutely amazing. He's a leader, even though he may not have the captain's armband. He can find a pass better than anyone. His finishing is up there with the best. His movement, his understanding of the game, absolutely amazing. Haaland, I mean, his first season. Let me make sure I get precisely how many goals he scored here, because he was absolutely amazing, Erling Haaland. So let's see if I can find it here. So he scored 36 goals in 35 games in the Premier League. Let's see. Just trying to find where it's. So he scored 12 goals in the Champions League, and he scored 1 goal in the EFL Cup. So that is altogether 49 goals in one season. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. He's a goal scoring machine. Precisely what Manchester City needed. They were able to win the Premier League title without a dedicated striker. But now that they have someone of Erling Haaland's stature, I mean, the sky's the limit, as they showed within the treble. They were able to go. Let me bring up their stats. They were able to go 28 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses, 89 points, 5 goal gap, 5 point gap to Arsenal. 94 goals scored, 33 against, 61 goal difference. Their last 5 was 1 loss, a draw, and 3 wins. Very impressive team. Very, very impressive. I can see them winning next season, no doubt. I'm hoping Arsenal can challenge them, but it's doubtful. That's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links will be as usual in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again, not tomorrow, because that will be actually no, it will be tomorrow, because this should be uploaded on Thursday. Friday would be FIFA, I think. So thank you very much for watching. See you again. Laters.